All right, my friends, we're here for somewhat of a special broadcast. We're about 2 hours away from home at a secret location for one specific purpose, and I'll explain that. If you guys remember a few videos back, I had a segment of a video where my buddy Judson was attempting to launch a motor called the SkyTap Angel. Now what happened was the motor was hanging off of his back like really far. It was hitting his ankles. We were kind of goofing around and he was struggling to fly this paramotor. I posted the video up, and then after the fact, we found out that the harness was actually not attached to the paramotor properly at all, which caused the issues that Judson ran into. Basically, it was a very unfair impression of this paramotor given that it was not set up properly. So we've come out here to this field where someone named Dan actually owns this paramotor, and it is set up properly. So what Judson and I want to do is basically give a fair first impressions. We're only going to be able to fly this motor for tonight, see what we think of it, kind of point out some of the key features, and convey them to you. So join the adventure. Let's go take a look at the SkyTap. So behind me is the SkyTap Angel. Now, I want to make clear, in this video we're doing a first impressions. This is not a full encompassing review. Also, just like all my other product related things, I want to tell you things I do like and things I don't like. The SkyTap Angel itself, let's talk about first impressions before we even fly it and get in the air. What is this paramotor about? And the big thing I would say is it screams safety. And there's a couple different features that define that. First off, the cage, double hoop, super strong. Like you can probably sit on top of this thing, which is not something you can do with like your standard paramotor. The netting, super rigid. Look at this. You could kick a soccer ball into the whole paramotor and it's just like durable like that. This throttle is meant to be safety conscious in mind. It has kind of a safety on the back edge so that if you're not pressing it, well, you're not supposed to be able to push the throttle. Another thing here is a quick release harness. Also a somewhat unique feature. The idea is if you go into water, you can pop that quick release and get out quick. Another unique thing about this paramotor is the way your hang point is set up and in turn how your weight shift functions. The majority of paramotors use movable swing arms where your glider connects to the paramotor, so it's very active. It pivots on a point. If you look at this one here, it's completely rigid. I've never flown a paramotor that has this type of design, and I've always been curious about what it would feel like. So today we're gonna find out. I think objectively, just looking at this paramotor, obviously it's built like a tank. It's strong, probably like one of the strongest paramotors out there. But the big question is, how is it gonna fly? Are there sacrifices that we will encounter in the air? Is it gonna fly amazing? I don't know. So I guess there's one thing left to do, and that's to fly it. And earlier, Justin and I did rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I won, which means I'm flying it first. So it has a twist in it, we'll fix that. I think it's fine.
Slap her on, champ. Stand her up, bud. It's gotta go higher.
Yeah. How do I look? Does it have to go higher?
Really shows off your ass.
Does it?
Oh yeah.
Does it look like it has to go higher?
Yeah, a little bit.
So that's fully tight.
That's
right
full
there.
tight. That looks correct. That looks.
Does it?
That looks higher than it was on me, for sure.
Do I look good?
You look so good. Anyone who's single, this guy.
I feel like I have the world's largest moose knuckle right now. It doesn't feel as ergonomic, but does it look right?
Yeah, that high now. When you first put it on, it was low.
Yeah.
And then when you
That's
take it up,
all the way tight now.
that's how it looks on me.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I want to take you to the prom, dude.
Is it the leg straps?
Actually, I put the wide one.
Pull yourself up and just keep yourself steady, and I'll clip you in. Okay? You just hold yourself.
Let her rip, tater chip.
You're good. You're good.
Pretending I just took it off.
Yep. Slipping off.
That looks quite a bit better.
Yeah, that looks super good actually. What did you weigh in at?
He was 152.
152.
Yeah, my body weight.
Yeah.
I've never even put one on my back, And I feel like so far the ground handling does feel very difficult. Yeah, and the angle, like it even though it's all the way up, it still feels like it's sagging off the back.
Sports!
Yeah. And the young man complimented the stash. It was the first time it ever happened.
Did he say, that looks good, sir?
Yeah, and then he said that his wife won't let him, so I know he wasn't hitting on me. Probably different.
Yes.
And this is kill switch, right?
No, that's actually, good question. That's actually supposed to be a cruise control.
Oh.
But if you nail it and put it on, it's just like just a little bit above an idle, just
Okay.
enough to put,
So-
and then that's your kill. Either way.
Interesting.
Either way's a kill. Yeah.
I'm curious how the pull start is gonna be.
It's not easy. That's why I want to get it. We're looking at doing a redirect up here somewhere because this is a killer.
That's like stock, right? That's
Yes.
how it's
Yes.
generally.
Yes.
Can I try it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like if it backfires, it's gonna rip my thumb off.
I'm telling you, it hits hard.
Hand in there. Clear prop.
You got it. Throw the frame.
It's not easy, man.
Is there a better?
Yeah, I started on the ground.
This way?
He
puts it
I
on
do put it
running.
on the ground. I start on the ground. So
I
whatever.
don't want to slice anything.
Not gonna
I don't
happen.
know.
Do you want me to get it for you?
Yeah. My nuts hurt already.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright, I don't really know what to do with this throttle because the strap is elastic and it doesn't stay on your hand, so you have to grip it, which doesn't really allow your hand to do much else. And now I just leaned over to pick up my riser and it slipped off my back, so I'm gonna hike it back up again. First impressions on the ground, being completely honest, the ground handling is difficult. Maybe it's something you would get used to.
Sick foot drag, buddy.
Foot drag takeoff! Hell yeah! Oh, that was a little awkward for a second. I had to kind of not get my legs hit by the cage. So we're doing it. We're in the air. We're flying. And let's do some objective testing. The big thing I'm curious about is the handling of this paramotor in the sky because it's so unique with the fixed hang point sort of thing, or the fixed swing arms rather. So let's line up on this road right here. We're flying downwind. Straight and level cruise, I feel like I need to weight shift left just a little bit to keep it straight, but I'm just gonna put my body right in the middle and I'm gonna increase the full power. And you can see, initially just on that run, the wingtip went to the horizon and I'm just holding a neutral body position. I've done a 180-degree turn. And I'm almost back to 360 at full power. Let's talk comfort. So I'm just dangling in this harness here, and it's comfortable. It's the geometry feels good. I'm nice and upright. My seat board feels very nice and stable. I feel like you could sit on a cross country for a while and not get fatigued or anything weird. There's not a whole lot of padding, but I mean that's kind of a fancy touch. Okay, let's try some weight shift tests. I'm idle. Left, right. Yeah, that weight shift is responsive. When you get it moving like that, brake stowed, to be able to throw the wingtip to the horizon like that is pretty impressive. Okay, let's try a quick wing over session.
swingovers. Okay, I want to see if I can pull off a sat. I'm kind of scared because I know if I can't restart this thing, or if the motor dies, I can't restart. So let's try. Oh yeah, we're satting. That was kind of scary, but we did it. That sat felt pretty nice because the risers are so far apart that I have a really good spread to like throw all that weight shift. Like if you actually, oh wow. Yeah, now that I did that sat, I've realized how much more you can weight shift by throwing your whole body. That's interesting. So if I'm just like sitting in the harness and you try to like scoot, you kind of can't. But if you grab the inside of the carabiner or push off, you actually can throw your body so much farther and get like wicked tons of weight shift. So I will raise my remarks for the weight shift a couple more points. My thoughts on this throttle, I'm a very particular person when it comes to throttles. This one isn't as bad as I thought. It actually, the main thing I don't like is that the strap doesn't actually hold it on your hand and it's big. I don't mind the actual trigger movement of this throttle. That part works pretty fine. Just going through some slalom turns like that, the weight shift makes it easy, but the torque makes it hard. Every time I go right, it wants to dive into that turn big, and when I go left, it doesn't.
What's the first impression?
Oh, my balls feel much better now. All right, so to wrap this video up, first off, I want to give a huge thank you to my man Dan for letting us borrow his paramotor, and for all of the guys at this secret location for their hospitality, their help with the hang points, all the stuff. It was great to meet everyone and fly with you guys. Now, throughout this whole video, I've tried to keep everything very objective, all of the observations I made in flight, but now I kind of want to get into the subjective part. I want to give my opinion on this paramotor. And keep in mind, this is strictly my opinion. I've always wanted to fly this paramotor or a paramotor similar to this style. After having flown it, I can honestly say that I don't have any interest in flying it again. The main reasons being are 1, the ground handling, and 2, the in-flight characteristics. It felt very awkward on the ground. It was tough to run. It felt heavier than it really was because the ergonomics weren't there. And 2, in the air, although the weight shift was very good, the torque effect overrided all that. It had the most torque effect of any paramotor I've ever flown. Who would I recommend this paramotor for? I think there's some specific features that this paramotor has that objectively no other paramotor has. The quick release harness, the safety throttle, the overall strength and durability, the crumple zone. If those are features you are interested in, this might be the perfect paramotor for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this style video. If you watched till now, please drop a like down below. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one when we're traveling out west, where I am right now. So we've got some videos to catch up on. Till then, peace.